Y'all forgive my dogs. I'm in the shop. I've got the door open. It's like 80 degrees today. It's beautiful. And I just want some fresh air. Who's here? I'll wait for a couple more people to get here before I start. And y'all let me know you're here so I can start. While y'all start coming in, I'm going to figure out. Actually, you know what? I've actually got one already cut out. I'm just not done with the embroidery part on it yet. Hi, Julie. Where are you from? I'm in Alabama, y'all. So that's why I'm country as hell. So y'all forgive me. Shut up! Where y'all barking at? Lord have mercy. Anyway. Hey, Diane, Texas, North Carolina. Also, you're in Alabama. All right, we have to show off the baby so a couple more people get here. Y'all don't look at me. I just got off work. This is Letty. Ladybug. It's the Ladybug. Where's my Ladybug? Come here. Diesel. Come here. Come here. Let me lay you some catch. Oh, this is my fat butt. This is Diesel. Say hi, Diesel. Say hi. Oh, we'll go see what your sister's barking at. Good Lord. Georgia. I'm right across the river from Georgia. Peachtree City. You're right there close to Atlanta, isn't it, Terry? Okay, let's start off. Who has any questions to begin with that you need help with? Or I'll just, I lived in Atlanta for like 10 years. All right, this is what I do to start off. I use the 16 by 16 size pillows. Here's one that I've made that's kind of straight on it. I come up with this design myself. I bought the lollipops, but I did the lettering myself. Oh, you're welcome. Belinda. I've never heard that. I like that name. That's so close like Melinda. Anyway, I use the 16 by 16 pillows. And I put zippers in every one of mine because I do not know how to hand sew one closed. It looks like shit when I do it, and I just don't do it. So I put zippers in all of them. It's a lot better. Anyway, I get mine usually at Walmart because they're cheaper. I use the 16 square pillows. But you can use any size. It doesn't matter. And I just cut my squares. I just cut my pieces out, squares out, pieces out, a ½ inch bigger than whatever the pillow size is. So if it's a 16, I do 16 and a half. If it's a 18, do 18 and a half, whatever. If it's a 52, do a 52 and a half. It doesn't matter what size it is. Just do a ½ inch more. Okay? That gives you your seam allowance. So what you would need to do is cut out 2 pieces, whatever you want for the front. Like I did the lollipops for the front. And then cut out whatever you want for the back, whether it's the same color you want for the front or whatever you want. It doesn't matter. But then you need to cut a third, the exact same size, for the pockets. Okay? So if you want the pocket to be a totally different color, it's up to you, however you want to do it. Now, this one, I've done the Paris thing. Love this material. So I've cut 2 pieces of these because it's going to be the front and the back. Now, I've already did this one. You can quilt this or buy the quilted if you want. It's up to you. But what I done was I just took another piece of whatever color it was you chose for the pocket. You take it and you're going to fold it. Now this this particular piece won't work the way I wanted it to because of the way it's directional. But when you do it, if it's directional, do it upside down, I guess. It's hard to explain. Because your folded piece is going to be the top. See, I've got ruffles on this one, but oh, actually, hold on. Where's my other one? Oh, I'll show you this one. This one don't have ruffles. It's easier to show you this one. Okay, like this one. I did the same material on the front and the back of this one. But now the pocket, I did a solid color, but the top is going to be where is the folded part. I put, what's it called? Bias tape, that's it. I put bias tape on the top of this one just to give it a little bit more color to add to it. But it's up to you. So, but your third piece, you're going to fold. Now, like I said, if you wanted to, quilt it, you just take some of your quilting and cut a small piece, half the size, put it in here, fold it over, and then quilt it. Okay? Now, if you want to do your embroidery on there, like I did this one, what you're going to do is you're going to take your pocket piece, you're going to half it, and what I do to find the center, you can do it however you want to do it. What I do to find the center is I iron it, and I just go by the creases because I could be ironed back out. Or I use my pins that disappear with heat. Got to have some of those. Those are awesome. And then I fold it again like that. So that gives you the center. I don't know if you can see the crease or not, but anyway, that'll give you the center for this half right here that you're going to end up embroidering on. So what you'd want to do is put this on your hoop, just this half, embroidery, whatever you're going to embroidery on it. And remember, the folded part is going to be your top, so make everything toward the top. Okay? Does that make sense so far? I use all cotton. Sometimes I use other stuff, but most of the time it's just cotton. It doesn't matter. Use your imagination. You're welcome, Alice. Use your imagination. Go wild with it. Who cares what you make it out of? As long as you like it, nobody cares. Or your customer, whoever you're making it for. Okay, so now, do y'all want to know how to do a zipper? Does anybody not know how to do a zipper? I'll go ahead and show you, I guess. Let me find. I'm not going to actually sew it because I'm not done. And I don't have one. It would take too long to try to embroider what I need to finish on here. So I'm going to just pin everything the way it should be. And then we'll go from there. I think y'all can kind of, y'all smart women, y'all can figure that part out, right? Right. Okay. Zipper, that's long enough. I think I need some more zippers, don't you think? Oh. I'll do a zipper. I'll show you how to do it. I'm not going to actually sew it, but I will pin it to show you how to do it. Oh, I will. I will. I mean, there's so many different ways people do it. I've just shown it you my way. All right. This one doesn't match. I don't feel like looking that deep down in there right now, but I'm going to show you anyway. Okay, the secrets to a zipper. I don't worry about a lining in these because nobody's going to be really looking inside the dang pillow anyway. So, you want to cut your zipper. Make sure it's nylon. Don't try to cut a metal one. You'll screw your damn scissors up. But anyway, I cut my zippers to fit to the same length. I'm not going to cut this particular one because we're not actually going to sew it. So we're just going to pretend. Hold on. We're going to fold it though. We're going to fold it and we're going to pretend like we did it. And if I scream, don't worry. I'm always poking myself with needles. And it hurts. Okay. All right. Now to do a zipper, take the zipper. You got your fabric pretty side up. Your zipper face down. Always, always your zipper face down, pretty side up. Okay? Of your fabric. We're going to line it up to the top like this. Get it up there. I'm making sure. Oh yeah, girl. Let me tell you. All right. Well, all right. Just for a second, I have to show off something that I'm very proud of. Has any one of y'all started doing the NCW clutch wallets? Oh crap! I don't have mine here. Shit. Hold on. Oh, I'll be right back. Hold on. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Well, you're out of luck. It's in the car, and I don't feel like going to the car to get it. Anyway, I'll show you something else, but same thing, but I'll just tell you what I did. Do y'all know what I'm talking about when I said the NCW wallets? Hi, Miss from Michigan, Karen. Well, anyway, these are the NCW wallets. In love with these patterns. This is the one I did yesterday. But the one I was most proud of, when you were talking about, and the reason that I brought this up, you was talking about thrift stores and Goodwills or whatever. I made myself a wallet out of, my mother passed away in 2014. I made myself a wallet out of her shirt, one of her shirts. I'm trying to find the fabric I used. Where was it? I don't know where I put the rest of the fabric. Anyway, and it turned out absolutely wonderful. I used the button-up part right here. It's a button-up shirt, and incorporated into it. I'll put a picture up. I don't think it's going to let me do it right now. I'll put a picture up of it later. But I bought these shirts at the Goodwill the other day to make wallets out of. Because I just love the patterns. For some reason, I was drawn to Paisley yesterday. Don't know why, but I did. But see how pretty? This one's kind of silky. This was actually a scrub. And you can even make a pillow out of this if the shirt's big enough. And I got this. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Did y'all see these? I had the camera aimed wrong. Yeah, so, girl, I get all kind of stuff from Goodwill. You just don't know. You just don't know. But anyway, back to what we were doing. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. All right. Pretty side up on your fabric, zipper face down. Line it up to the top. Take your other piece of fabric, pretty side down. Move it down just a little bit more. There. All right, pretty side down over top of the zipper and line everything up. Line everything up like this. We're going to pin. I'm not going to pin it very, very well because we're not actually going to sew it. But next time I get ready to do a pillow, I will try to remember to do a complete video of sewing it and everything, and then I'll post it, okay? It's just, I embroider you almost on all of mine, and it just takes a long time to do, especially on camera. Dang it, come on. Okay, now we have it pinned, and what we're going to do is we're going to get our zipper foot. I never use one, but you may want to. I get my zipper out of the way to begin with, and just go down and sew all the way across, okay? And then once you get that sewn, take your pins out. You can unzip it a little bit. Make sure when you cut it, I've done it so many times and cussed like a sailor because not paying attention, I zipped all the way down, the zipper came off, and I was pissed. I couldn't get it back on. Anyway, if I cut my zipper, I always sew the end of it just so that don't happen. Anyway, unzip it a little bit at least. At least it's about that much. Then we're going to, I skipped a step, but you can still do it even here now. It doesn't matter. You know what? I just screwed up, y'all. I told y'all totally freaking wrong. Because I'm doing a zipper as if it had a lining, and this one don't. Duh. Okay. Erase what I said. Erase what I said. Forget it. Pretty side up. Zipper face down. That has not changed. Okay. Let's go ahead and sew this one first. We'll sew this because there's no lining. It's different if you have a lining, which this will not. Y'all forgive me. All right. Now, once you get this sewn here, all the way on this side, closest to the edge, once you sew that, take your other piece, pretty side up, flip your zipper, and get your pretty side up here. I mean your pretty side here, face it down. Your zipper is going to be to your left to start with. The second time you do it, it's going to be to your right. Now we're going to have pretty sides to pretty sides on your fabric. Line it up, but flip it. See, the side that you sewed the first time is going to be here. The side that you didn't sew, pull it back and line it up with the other piece of fabric. Does that make sense? I don't know how good of a teacher I am, but I'm trying. I try to help. Okay, then we're going to sew this all the way down just like we did the other side. And when you get done, it should be like that. Okay, does that make sense? I hope so, Tracy, because I don't know how much of a teacher I am. Because I screw up too. I still screw up. Not perfect. Okay, now, like I said, I skipped a step, but I wanted to go ahead and correct that zipper thing while I was at it. Now, your third piece of fabric, let me find, all right, let's pretend that this is going to be the pocket. It's just one piece of, just pretend this piece of fabric. It's not a pillow yet. It's just one piece of fabric. All right, we're going to take it. We're going to fold your other piece. Okay, and your fold right here is going to be at the top. Remember what I said, the top is going to be up. So take your piece, fold it in half. All right, you've already did all your embroidery on it, whatever you're going to do to it. Then we're going to take it pretty side up with it folded pretty sides out. We're going to line it up here. This one's, because it's already sewn up, it's not the right size. Then we're going to lay it here. We're going to pin it. Then we're going to sew it here. You don't necessarily have to sew it at the bottom if you don't want to. Just sew it to the sides. And that's it. Okay? I use a 1/4 inch, not a 1/4 inch, but a 1/2 inch seam allowance is what I use, a 1/2 inch. So you're going to sew that on there. Once you sew that on there, fold everything back. You could do it before you do the zipper, which is probably the easiest way to do it. Once you got everything sewn up, then you're going to, like I said, you're going to open up your zipper about that much. Sew all the way down. You're going to sew all the way across. Now, with your zipper open, you will be able to turn it inside right. I clip my corners, and I actually use my pinky shears just so the inside don't have a whole bunch of fraying. I always use that. Even when I do stuff with corners, I use these instead of doing the notches. I just use these because it cuts out notches. So that's pretty much it. It's easy, very easy. Look, I can do it, you can do it. And then what you're going to have, your end result will be a beautiful, here, I'll put this pillow in here so you can kind of see it. And it makes it not extremely tight, but snug. So there you go. Hi, Cindy from Australia. I'd love to listen to your accent. Love it. Yeah, exactly, Diane. Because like I said, I cut all my pieces to 16.5. My pillows are 16. I use a 1/2 inch seam allowance. But there you got it. See? And like I showed, I haven't finished putting the wording on this one yet. I'm going to put some wording on that side. So does that make any sense, y'all? This was my latest creation yesterday too. Between the wallet and this, I made a little Easter basket. I think I'm gonna make it a little bit stiffer. It's not as stiff as I want it to be, but I thought it was super cute. You're welcome. Is there any more questions? Anything else I can help you with? Let me get my camera over here so y'all can hear me because the microphone's here. Yeah, forgive my mess. I'm still somewhat working on my sewing shop. So it's, my husband still got shelves he's got to put up. I don't want to see my ugly face. Yeah, I will. I'll whenever I end the broadcast, I'll do it where I'll save it so it'll still be on there. So, like I said, I am no pro. I told you I screwed up. I admit when I screw up, but we all do, right? I keep it real. That's so crooked. Oh well. Does anybody else have any more questions? And y'all can feel free to go to my website too. It's on Facebook. I'll type it in. It's on Facebook. Did it go? All right, well, I think what I might try to start doing, I just got to figure out how to do it, is start a YouTube thing and kind of show some people how to do some stuff too. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that do it, but whatever. You know, it is what it is. So, all right, y'all. I will see y'all later. Thanks for coming in, and I'm glad I could help. And if I didn't, I'm sorry. I tried. But if you have any questions, send me a message, and I'll try to help you as much as I can. Bye.